Hello, fellow robots out there in internet land. I am Sobertron, and welcome to the next episode of Titancraft Season 8 here on Tango Tech's Patreon server. And as always, if you want to join us here, all the information you need is down in that description for Tango Tech's Patreon page. So sign up and join the insanity that is Titancraft. You will absolutely love it. But I digress. In last episode, we built ourselves a little Nether Hub. That's not really done. I haven't lit the portals yet to the other locations at our base. Mostly because I haven't linked them up with portals at its corresponding location at our base, so that's for another day. But what I really needed to finish in here was spawn-proofing this place. All of these are, hi buddy, you can see by that guy, are spawnable spaces, and I wanted to cover up all of this with wool, like using light gray, and then gray wools here, and then some color up here. Haven't decided yet, but I don't have any wool. I don't have any sheep to my name. So we're hopefully going to rectify that today, and I've kind of identified where this is going to go, but haven't really started any other progress yet. So let me head on through our portal and head back to our base, and I'll show you what we're going to do today. So just like the other farms at our base that are at the piers, we are going to be using one of these locations to build ourselves a sheep farm, and I've identified the northwest pier as this location. I've already set up a beacon, and I've dug like a little mine shaft down, but that's it. That's all that's down there. It's not dug out. It's not a... I don't need a lot of space like I did for the other farms. So that shouldn't take me too long. What I really need to start doing is actually getting some sheep. And I'm in an ocean. There are no sheep here. So I need to venture off and find some. There are some at like a starter farm base at spawn that you can just grab stuff from. But I figured I'd just start wandering around looking for land. I know Sham's place is that way, and he has some sheep, but they're all kind of corralled and in his own little sheep farm. So I wanted to not take those. So I'm just going to fly around aimlessly looking for land. The north seems like the place to be, because it's close to where I need to put them. So I'm going to fly and look for sheep, and I probably need things. So let me fly back, because I don't have any. I have a boat. That's it. I probably need some wool and things, or wheat and things. So let me go do that first. Okay, I'm a little bit better prepared this time. I've got what little wheat I had, which I'll get some more in a little bit. I just need something to lure these sheep with. And then I've got some grass and some stuff to build a little pen. That way I can start breeding these guys, because I need a total of 48. So, hey, number one, look at you, buddy. You are gonna be my new best friend. Let's see if I can just... Yeah, let's do this. Can we do that? Thank you. Okay, now we can just get in a boat and jump off the edge, because they don't take fall damage, so we should be good. That was actually a lot better than I thought. I didn't think we would find one so fast. So now I just need to kind of head back, boat this dude over, grab a buddy for him to, you know, have fun with. That sounded weird. I'm going to keep it, though. Then, yeah, we can just start breeding these guys up while I build the farm. That way, hopefully, by the time the farm is done, I can get all these guys into little breeding cells, and we can get some wool. Mostly just get some carpet. I've never actually approached our base from ocean level thus far this season. I can imagine if somebody just stumbled upon this, they would be a little confused. Because I would. You just got this giant wall out here. But yeah, let me just get this stuff done. So I'm gonna grab another sheep. Gonna get some breeding stuff going, and then we can get started on this farm. Our first 2 sheep have been acquired, and I have bred them up exactly 1 time, so only like, I don't know, 45 more of these bad boys to go. Can I get out of here, please? Thank you. Thank you. I got a little bit of wheat here. Hopefully, no, I didn't count that or anything. Let's get rid of all that other stuff too. I don't need that or that. So similar to the I didn't even make an episode on it, but the blast chamber that I showed last episode. I've got a base of operations to begin work here. So I wanted to see which way I wanted to go with this, and most of our base is that way. That's back towards the center hub of our base, and our farmers are over there, and I'm pretty sure I'm far enough away to be within our 50 entity cap, even right here. But I wanted to dig this room out beyond this wall, and I already know what's probably going to happen is I'm going to start digging, and I'm going to hit water. Or a mine shaft. Wow! I just wanted to let out a big sigh right here, because this is horrible and amazing at the same time. We'll see what we can find in here, because it... Hi, can I get my axe back, please? Thank you. I haven't explored this, so that presents a bit of a predicament. Hopefully, is this like the world's smallest mineshaft? It kind of appears to be. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna dig out this side still, because I want this to be as far away from all the other entities as possible. Because on Titancraft we have a 50 entity rule within a 128 block radius, and that's just to help keep lag down. Up there's the rest of that mine shaft. Hey, buddy. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. So for this farm, I need to build 3 modules. Each module is gonna contain 16 sheep. Yeah, 16 sheep. So it's 18 blocks long and 9 blocks wide is each one of them. But I wanted to inset this back a little bit farther because I had a kind of crazy, kooky idea on how to kind of decorate the farm a bit, and also how to do item transportation. I think I've seen it before. I'm pretty sure I've seen it before, and I figured I've never done it before, so I'm gonna do it. But I'm getting ahead of myself, like I always do. I think first and foremost, I explore this mine shaft because yeah, I don't need any kind of badness like spider spawners biting my face off. So let me do that and do some digging, get everything all good to go for the build, and I will see you guys in probably longer than I care to admit. So that mineshaft actually wasn't that big, or I just didn't find all of it, or it's deeper underground. I honestly couldn't tell you because I only dealt with those little bits I actually showed in the last clip. But I wanted to talk about this sheep farm really quick. This is a farm that I want to say wasn't originally designed by Lite Horizon, who's one of our mods, and I'll leave a link to his original farm in the description. But I've since modified it slightly. But let me just show you what we're gonna do. So sheep are essentially going to be sitting on this platform, and this grass down here is just to help grass spreading. Grass spreading is one of those kind of witchcraft things I do not understand about Minecraft. It's like you can read the wiki all you want, and it still makes no sense whatsoever. I don't understand it. So in my mind, more grass is better than less grass. So we're going to be putting in as much of it as possible. So what I'm doing right now is I'm adding in some observers, and that is actually going to detect when that grass block turns to dirt. That grass is where our sheep are going to be standing. So we want them, sheep will be here, and then once it turns into dirt, it'll send a pulse through this observer that'll be seen by the observer, I mean. And then it'll trigger that redstone dot, and then it'll fire off a dispenser. So if I were to break this dirt, or yeah, grass right now, you'd see the redstone fire. And you'd hear the click of the dispenser. If I do it again, you hear it. So every other time this thing fires is when the sheep are actually going to get sheared. Now, one cool thing about this farm design is that you actually have a glass block in the sheep's head. And that makes the items, the wool specifically, because that's what you're getting here, actually spit off into the middle here. And there's going to be a water stream that's going down this middle column right here. It's not going to be on a full block, though. Do I have them? I do. So we're going to be placing some trapdoors, and then a water stream is going to go right down here, and that will allow for the items to enter this water stream and go towards the collection area. Now, the other thing I like to do with this farm is add in some hoppers and some barrels. It could be any storage unit you want. I just like barrels. And we're going to fill that with shears, and that's going to allow us to never really have to refill the shears in this thing. Now, one thing also that I'm going to add in is a way to re-dye these sheep. Once the sheep are in this pen, the only way to access them is coming in underneath this trapdoor. So you have to do one of these kind of little mouse maze kind of things to get in and shear the feet of the sheep. That's hard to say. And this was something I think this is what I changed. I don't think Lite had this originally. I think he just had a solid block here, and then the water flew over it. I could be wrong. I honestly cannot remember. So if this is water, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to have another water source right here. So I need to make that an ice block. That's just for me to count. So you guys can build this too if you so desire. How many is that? I didn't count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Perfect. So, hey. So now, yeah, it's really simple. Easy farm to build. Honestly, the biggest pain is going to be getting the sheep in here and then sticking a glass block into their head, because it's not fun. It's just a lot of piston placement and then extending it, breaking it, so that yeah, it hurts. It hurts my brain. The other thing we need though is some light sources in this thing. I do know one thing about grass growing, and that is they need light level 7, I believe. So the more light we can get into this thing, the absolute better it'll work to function to help spread that grass as quickly as possible. So yeah, not a difficult farm to build by any means. Let me grab an observer. Loop. And then yeah, I just need to redo this a few times. Like I said, not difficult at all. So maybe I'll get this first one done and up and running, and then I'll come back, get some sheep in it, and you guys can see it working. And I did I explain that? No, I didn't. I'll explain something else with this farm that I think I added in. I honestly can't remember. It's been a couple years since this thing was built, but it involves these levers, and you'll see what I mean in a little bit. So I think I finally have enough sheep to fill up our farm, give or take a few, and I probably have a few extra over here. But this is how I've been doing it. I've been pulling them into a lead, getting them in a boat, and just falling down the hole. And we land safely on top of our beacon. So I've already filled up this first module, and while I was waiting for sheep to grow up, I built the second one, and I'm glad I did because I wanted to show you guys this. Because the sheep are going into the cells, I needed to make sure that they couldn't get out. If I didn't put this grass block here, they'd be able to jump out, and that would be annoying. So as I go, what I do is I place a temporary block right on top of that grass, and then I place a glass block to encase them. And then once all of them are in, I can just put a piston over their heads, and we can get the glass in there. So I've already dyed these first four, or on each side, and I wanted to show you how I do this, and this is why this is amazing. I can just kind of go into flight mode here and do this, and just come in here and dye them. And that's why I have the levers in the back. If I didn't, they would just constantly eat and be sheared, and this way I can shut it off, come in, re-dye them if I need to, and then I can turn it back on. So I filled up all of these barrels with shears. All the dispensers are filled with shears, and the hoppers behind there are filled with shears. I've got a temporary collection system right here, just so that while it's running, it's going somewhere. But as soon as I flip all these levers, nothing's going to happen, because the observer's not detecting it. So what I like to do when I restart it is I flip it twice. And you can hear them getting sheared. And now we should have a few-ish wool going in. That's nice, actually. That's a pretty good rate, considering that was 8 sheep that got sheared. Let's do that again. Actually, I need to do that 3 times. Now, in the future, I can hook all this up to a single redstone line and make it easy to shut them all off and on at the same time, which I'll probably do. Maybe not today, but we'll get to it. But let's see. That's looking good. Looking good. And I went with, I'm going with weird numbers. Not really weird numbers, but all of these guys here are just regular gray because I'm going to need more gray carpet than anything. And then I've got 4 cyan and 4 light gray because those are the 3 primary colors I'm using. In this module over here, I'm going to go with some white and black, 4 of each, and then we're going to start doing colors because I'm adding other colors to our base in the near future. Not all of them. I'm actually going with only 8 other colors. I don't remember what they are off the top of my head right now, but I'll get to that in a little bit. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to finish. I'm going to fill up this cell, or all 16 of these cells, build a third one over here, fill it all up, and then we can work on some collection systems and a little bit of decoration, because what I'm doing is completely silly and unnecessary, but it's going to be awesome. So give me a few hours, and I will see you guys shortly. So all of our sheep are now in place in their nice little holding cells. I ended up just putting a water source down here and dropping all of them down at the same time. It made my life a lot easier not to boat them. But this is what you want to see. You want to see a whole bunch of naked sheep in here, because if there's wool on them, it means it's not working. There's no wool on them, so yep, things are good. Things are going really good. So I've got the 8 gray here, and then there's 4 cyan and 4 light gray. Those 4 over there are black, 4 over there are white, and then I've got a myriad of other colors. These are the other 8 colors I've gone with. Pretty much the rainbow spectrum. And it's because I'm going to be using these colors in the near future for some other decorative buildings around our base. But for right now, I really need this stuff. I've been AFKing for a little bit because I need these 3 specific colors to do some decoration in here. I actually need some black and white as well. Let's grab a stack of each. Let's fix that. There we go. And we're going to work on this whole collection system right now. Maybe not the collection system, but how the collection system is going to go. I think that needs to go there. And I think some of you may have figured out what we're going to be doing here. So 1... Oh, nope, not that. Give me that back. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And then we need to double this up here. Boom, 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 boom. I think you guys know what's happening right now. We're gonna have some sheep bases, if you haven't figured that out yet. But not your standard. I mean, it is a standard sheep base, but we're gonna do something fun with how these items are gonna be coming out. That. And then we've got another cyan colored there. And then I need a black and a black. A black. Give me that back. And that, and a little bit of that. And then the white for the eyes. Bam, bam, and bam, bam. Is that right? Yeah, bam. I like to say bam. Nope, not that. I actually had to make some, white terracotta because I didn't have any. Let's actually grab one of those right now. Boom. And there we go. Sheep base. 1 of 3 sheep bases. So I'm going to use the cyan in the middle because it's the most brightest color. Going to do a gray one there and a light gray one there. But we're going to have the sheep spitting out all this wool that's going to come in. So what I'm thinking about doing is getting a water stream back there. And then water's going to flow right to that edge. And then it'll just get shot out. And then I'll have another collection stream somewhere down here. I got to dig some of this out. And then I'm probably going to just have the items loop around and then go into a storage in the back. I'm going to need a lot more of these 3 colors that I'm using to kind of make sure I have enough of it. Not really enough of it, just to make sure I have enough storage. That's and everything else, I think I'm going to go with mostly, like, probably 3 slices of storage for that. 2 of each for the cyan and light gray, and then the same for the white and black. And then only 1 slice of storage for all these beautiful colors. But I'm going to need some of this too in the future. I'm thinking about making this room very, very colorful, like on the floor, ceiling. Learn your direction, sober. So let me do some stuff. I need to work out a really good, not good, but a way to get the items to make sure that I've got that kind of one water flow here. Because if I were to put the water source right there, it would just spill over. So I need to probably send the items down and then do some kind of crazy kind of circle S-curve thing, and then send the items back up. And yeah, it's gonna be stupid and unnecessary, but it's fine. I love it. So give me a little bit longer. You saw that went up really quick, so the rest of this shouldn't take too long at all. So I decided to go ahead and just finish the entire room, and it is horrible in the best possible way. I absolutely love it. It's like the sheep heads are spitting out all the colors, and they're just landing in a pattern on the walls all around us. I love it in the worst possible way. It's great. It's fantastic. I kind of wish I had done something like this for something other than a sheep farm, with something with a higher rate of item output, because you would just see constant flowing of the items coming out. But we're getting decent amounts. I have been AFKing for a little bit, but we got lots of cyan, lots of the white going on. That's not right. There we go. Dark gray. And then lots of light gray too. And I need this more than anything else so I can spawn-proof our Nether Hub. But I'm going to call it quits here today. I'm going to take everything I got. Let's not take that 15, because that's not going to work out well for me. But yeah, I love it. It's great. It's fantastic. Look at him. Look at him. Can you spit out for me, please? No? Well, screw you, sheep. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I'm going to need all this wool for the next episode, because we have a lot of planning to do next time. Look at that perfect timing. Until next time, you guys have a good one.